Hey everybody, it is Brian Shannon from AlphaTrends.net. Today is Saturday, the 9th of November. I've got four words for this market: innocent until proven guilty. The trend remains higher, and anyone who's trying to short this is getting quickly run over. We are still above that rising 5-day moving average. We saw that yesterday's gap lower came, or initial weakness, came down to the month-to-date volume-weighted average price and that 5-day moving average. So we'll continue to keep an eye on that. And for next week, I think our first traditional horizontal level of potential support is at about 305 and I'm sorry, 306, 306 and a quarter. So that's the main level we'll keep an eye on. I'm not looking to short this market. The trend is higher, and same is true, of course, for the Nasdaq. Nasdaq is still, making this pattern of higher highs and higher lows. It stair steps higher with a rising 5-day moving average. To fight it is foolish. You can look at it and say it's up too much, but the market doesn't care. Only price pays. Don't look at divergences and all this nonsense. Look at price action when you trade the market. Russell 2000 is up against this prior band of resistance from earlier this year, and it's actually really holding on very well up in here. I think that what we're seeing is this first level that had been resistance is so far holding, and that's going to be the important level, I think, for next week, 157.5. As long as we remain above that, I think we're building energy to break higher and see this Russell 2000 outperform to the upside. I'd like to see a little bit more of a shakeout, maybe down towards that 156.5 and then come back up. I think that would bring in some more short sellers to add fuel to the upside, but no reason to fight this that I can see at all. And semiconductors, a new closing high as well. So, you just can't fight this kind of momentum. It makes no sense. The Biotechs had a brief pullback here. The 5-day moving average remained rising, and we saw some outperformance there on Friday. That this market is up against that prior little area where we saw some supply this year, but it's holding on great. We've got stocks like Amgen that we got long at Alpha Trends yesterday at all-time highs here. I was talking about CRISPR, CRSP. That's one to keep an eye on. This stock has the potential to be able to continue to move, and I just don't think that there's a bearish case to be made. It really pretty much anywhere you look in this market. XLF, this one, closed at a new high as well, above that rising 5-day moving average. We were talking about gold, and gold sold off here, but this is really the critical level for gold. What I'm thinking is the potential bullish case is that we broke below this level and that this move is a trap. It's going to need to recover quickly this week, though. It's at a very important point. If it closes below this volume weighted average price for 2 days or so, I think you're going to see probably a continuation down towards 132. My bet, I don't have a position, but I would guess that it's more likely it's going to recover. We'll see. I don't have a horse in this race. We still have it below a declining 5-day moving average, so I'm just looking at it from the terms of being on the sidelines rather, in regards to gold. A couple stocks I've been talking about recently: Alibaba. Monday is November 11th, which is Singles Day in China. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see this stock gap higher on Monday and then start to pull back a little bit. So if you did get involved in this one, be aware, keep your stops tight. Let's talk about Nike, because Nike's one I've been talking about but haven't had any reason to get long yet. We saw that this prior resistance from most of this year has been holding as support. This is also the rising 50-day moving average, and the volume weighted average price from this low is just below there as well. Looking at a 30-minute time frame, what we want to be aware of, these are the levels I've been pointing out to Alpha Trend subscribers, that the volume weighted average price off the peak we're seeing is now sloping right down here. And what we're seeing is that is now in the same exact place where we saw a little bit of supply this week. So I think that if it can get back above this peak right here, absolute worst case stop below this lows week, more likely I would say a stop would go here. And what I'm actually looking for is a rally up towards that level one more time, to pull back, create a higher low, and then to purchase it over here with a stop under that level. That's the type of analysis I do each and every day for subscribers to Alpha Trends, to say that, you know, we don't want to buy up here if it runs right through there, because the risk reward won't be good. And if you weren't aware, you know, my normal subscription is $799 for a year. I've got a sale here going for a few days for $599. I do the end of day analysis of the markets every single day for the S&P, the Nasdaq, the Russell 2000, semiconductors, same things you see in this weekend video. And then I have another video where I talk about swing trade ideas. Some of the stocks we're involved in this week include this PGNY, a recent IPO. We got involved right here at 17 and a quarter, and 5 days later we're up at 21.40. We're in Ambarella. Over here we're in Alibaba, we're in Nuance. They're not all winners. We're looking to get into JD. JD is a Asian stock that looks like it has room to be able to continue to move. But you know, come take a peek at the subscription. It's $599 a year. I'm not going to try to force anyone to do it or give you the hard sell, but I don't mention it often. So there you have it. If you're interested, go to alphatrends.net/599 special.